Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Well, what have we here?
It's a podcast.
Fine.
And what excitement we have today.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
I don't see him.
No.
Did you talk to him before the show?
No, but the camera came on.
wait. I see him with his... Oh, no.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
Mike is in a green hat, a green shirt, and his... his face is painted green.
I can't be the only one wondering what happens if you turn on that green screen setting.
Oh, my God. That's so true. His face will disappear.
Rob, you're a little loud. Sorry.
Okay.
I didn't do our normal prep thing today. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Mike O'Mara Show. Great to have you along on a St. Patrick's Day Monday. My name's Mike. I'm Irish. And, for a number of years, I will tell you that I've always been, from my childhood, concerned about people that don't wear green on St. Patrick's Day. When you're Irish, I think you think of it as a personal issue. And so,
Would you pinch people like in elementary school if they weren't wearing green? Would you pinch them? Because that was the tradition.
No, I'd knock them right out.
I used to tell
because it's St. Patrick's Day and it's the wearing of the green. In my case, putting green face paint all over me face to celebrate the day. Now, the question is, I've gotten online and I've looked at a couple of websites. Mm-hmm. And those websites are... Hey, Josh, are you in a different location, by the way?
I am. I'm in the Outer Banks.
Ah, there.
Can you hear the ocean?
You'd hear rain.
Here's the deal. I've gotten a couple of websites, and they tell me that... by the way, look.
Green glasses.
Who
would have thought it?
I hope you did school drop-off this morning.
No, as a matter of fact, I waited till everybody was out of the house. And
as per normal.
Yes.
Do you have it on the rest of your body as well? It's
Rob, I've got it on my balls, too. I've got it all the way down.
America needs to know.
Right, a true Irish.
Yeah.
See,
you see
very
the pale skin.
blotchy old man hands with the Irish.
Now,
that's the way it goes.
I appreciate the fact that you've won full tilt for Ireland, but to me it looks a little bit like you might be on like some sort of special forces unit.
Yeah, they were the ones that helped me put on my makeup. You put it across your brow first,
right?
Then you put it across the bridge of your nose and on your cheekbones second. That's to deaden the areas that are pronounced on your face. Did you know that? I found that out today. Yeah.
And after this, you're going to go hide out in the bushes, right?
After this, I know we were planning a little project. I'm afraid that's going to have to be tabled because after this, I'm going to be probably in the shower for 3 hours. So if we could do our little thing on Wednesday, that would be great. Grass green, Rob. Grass green.
But is it theatrical makeup? Because I know you love.
It's face paint.
Okay, if you have trouble getting it off, try cold cream.
Well, I think that's a theater thing that you got.
Well, and you love theater makeup, Mike. You're an expert at it.
I'm not, and that's why I was kind of happy with the result. You know right away. Last night we did a test drive, and there is a store.
Honey, I'm putting on the makeup tonight, and I'm putting on the makeup tomorrow as well.
There is a store that I really don't like going to. I really don't. And I think it's a box store. It's a chain. It's around the entire country. It's going out of it. Well, the one in Coconut Point, as I found to my chagrin, which is just up the road from me, was very much out of business already. Yes, Michael's.
They're all shutting down. Oh, my gosh, okay.
Well, you know why? I'll tell you why they're all shutting down. Because they sell garbage, and they put massive price tags on it.
I thought it was Party City, which is also going out of business.
No, I went to Michael's.
Both great.
Crafts.
Now, Michael's...
Is Michael's going out of business?
No, I don't think so. But that's where you can make the mistake of grabbing not face paint, just regular paint.
Yeah. Okay. I get it.
Now, what is your I know you sold out most of your interest. Do you still hold any interest in Michael's, the one you established?
Just the trademark fee that I receive. Yeah.
Biannually?
I get a trademark fee every time a person buys fake grass.
You know what I hate the most about Michael's?
What?
Is when you come in and it artificially smells like cinnamon because they put some crap out that smells like cinnamon.
Yeah,
I don't know enough about it. All I
It's
know
the worst.
is that the face paint, I got the last one. Obviously, I'm not the only one that had
Tis
the
the season.
But I don't know because there was nothing really green. They already had flipped their St. Patrick's Day yesterday to their Easter, and they are going bat-ass for Easter because I guess that's what their customer base likes. And on the left side of the store were these pathetic, anemic little shelves with like a desk size cutout of a shamrock that was bent wood, that it was not a lamp, was not anything. It was bent. And then like 2 T-shirts in a box on the bottom shelf, size small.
Always size small at Michael's. I know this.
And so that's what it was. And then the face paint was in this tiny little corner. What do they have tons of that I walked by? They have tons of regular paint, like paints.
Yeah. Well, it's a
Paints
craft
for
store.
everything.
Yeah, they have plenty of.
Really?
Well, Mike, they also have plenty of frames. I think
There's
they devote.
Rob Spiewak with the authoritative word. Michael's is a craft store. In case there was any confusion about it, then they had a lot of old ladies sifting through stuff.
Yeah, I always thought they devoted too much floor space to frames and straw skeletons of things to do stuff with.
Couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah.
And I wandered the store before I did, and I don't want to be in there anyway. And I did. I was
How long are you
pissed
there?
off.
Like 3 hours?
No, I had to drive 9 miles to get from the one that they shuttered down to the one. And by the way, if you come, let me just say this. If you're a business owner and you're thinking about opening a business at the Coconut Point Mall, congratulations. You'll be out of business in 6 months with the exorbitant rent and the retails. They're a business chewer.
Yeah.
I've
What if we
never
set up
seen
like?
more tuner.
Could
They're
we do
very
like
greedy.
a cart or like a kiosk? Would that be cheaper?
I have no idea, but it was after when I saw the paint, it was covered with plastic. And it was hard to see through the plastic. It almost had a glitter effect, so I wasn't quite sure. So I got the face paint and the face paint stick. And then last night, the only time I thought about it was at the end of the day last night where Mrs. O'Meara said, I'm going to bed. And she on Sundays, it's like, I'm going to bed. And then bam, it's like everybody, dim the lights, turn the lights off, put up the black curtains. Mrs. O'Meara is going to bed, not to be disturbed. And I came in and I said, could you take a look and see if the color looks okay with this? And I said, oh, I am so sorry. I guess you're lying in bed. It's just too taxing for you to open your left eye and look at me with my face paint.
Lucky she didn't scream. When you show up in a darkened bedroom looking
No,
like
I just took the stuff out and
Are your hands yellow?
This is the thing I was going to say at the beginning.
Yes.
All right. So online, I found out that this stains.
Now, is this before or
I don't know
after
if
you
it's true.
slathered
I'll
it
let
on your
you
body?
know. I'll let you know if I, am out with my mates today.
Yes.
And I get crap.
We're going to celebrate St. Patrick's Day all week long.
Exactly.
Now, if you paid me $1,000, I'd show up like this. Hi.
Now, I
How
will
are
be
you?
the first, Mike, not only
Yeah.
to wish you St. Patrick's Day greetings, but also nice to see you, Elphaba.
Is that what is that? A Latin?
Wicked. That's the Wicked.
Oh, that's the witch's name is what?
Elphaba.
Alphaba.
And I
Okay.
found out it because the name was created from the initials of L. Frank Baum, who wrote the original Wizard of Oz.
Get out the jar.
That's a jar? No, that's not jar.
Yeah, that's a jarable
Yeah,
offense.
yes.
Thank you. Get
It
it
was
out again.
fine
Way to
until
go,
you went
Josh.
with-
Way to
went
be
with
on
the
it, baby.
definition.
Way to be on it. Wait, there it is.
I don't think that was ever part of it. I was a current reference to a current movie.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
It sure is.
No, whoever it was named after was not a current reference. It
No,
would be
but
an
the
old
Wicked
reference.
Wicked is a current reference.
Do we have a promotional announcement for our cruise in the body of the show, or should I do that up front?
It's in the body of the show, slot 2. But you can
I do want to mention to our listeners that there are a segment of our listeners that move with great haste to acquire things that we do, whether it be tickets, promotional items, things like that. And then there are people that sort of meander into it.
Yeah.
They wanted me to mention the cruise company that there is a deadline for purchasing your cruise cabins. And
Yes.
that deadline is it May, Josh?
May 15th.
May 15th
The
is
Ides
the
of May.
deadline.
Yeah.
Josh knows more about this than I do, but I think that that is your deadline for our promotion. Now,
Right.
does that mean you cannot get a cabin, or what does it mean?
It means maybe. It means it depends on if
okay.
there's availability on the boat after May 15th. We have rooms set aside for us up until May 15th.
All right, so the rooms are set aside for us and
Right.
us alone up until May 15th.
Right.
And then they open it, and we
And
have
we had-
found out that December, the first week in December, happens to be a bat-s popular time to go on a cruise. So if you want to guarantee your spot. Now, if you are later than that and you want to take your chances, you're on your own. But you will still be able to, after that deadline, will you still be able to identify yourself as wanting to go on
No, you
our
will
cruise?
still, after that deadline, you will still purchase through our group to be part of our group. But you might call and they might say, only this premium room's available.
Okay.
Or only
I
this,
see.
or only an inside cabin, or
Okay.
nothing
All right.
at all.
Okay.
It was
All right.
amazing how many people reached out the week of Las Vegas for the Grand Reunion. And Vegas had 1 million hotels, so it's possible to make it still work.
Right.
This will not be. We'll be out
Okay.
at sea.
Okay. All right.
But
very
also
good.
keep in mind they've got financing plans that are very easy. You only need to put down like $112, I think is all it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
they've got,
and that'll
they've
save
got
your
a-
room for you.
They've got a payment plan. Rob likes to say financing plan like it's a car. I
it's
like
a
to say
payment
payment plan. So just be aware of that's the way we're going to do it. And stop saying financing because it's not. They're not getting an interest rate. So
You're
please
right,
don't
Mike.
say
I stand
that.
corrected.
All right, so I'm pointing at you. This is the leprechaun finger saying, "Come on, try to break yourself of that habit, even the small habits."
Your
that
fingers are
going
the
to
same
linger."
color as the shamrock on your hat.
My fingers are gold. I
Yes,
have gold.
that's what's at the
It's
end
a
of the
lot of money.
rainbow.
I have
Mike
gold.
O'Mara's fingers.
There you go. I do. The more I look at it, the more I realize that, this isn't St. Patrick's Day as much as I'm going to be like at the middle of the night, like hopping on some boat owned by an oligarch to take him out.
It's Shrek.
P1 Nick Peterson said it looks like you opened a bag of cash with a dye pack in it.
Well, I've never gone this all out and it tells me that even at my advanced age, that you can still do things on a broadcast that are special and new and exciting. And we are very excited about 2025 because there's stuff we've never done. The cruise is something we've never done. So here's the thing. I love the payment plan for the cruise where you put down a little over $100 and that's it. That secures your room, and then you just pay it by the time we set sail or whatever their little deadline is, and we're very excited about that.
And this is a good time to let people know if you have any questions about the cruise that we haven't addressed, email questions@mikeomerashow.com, and we're going to address them in the next couple of days.
There'll also be a thread on our Facebook wall. Forgive me for interrupting. You can also post your questions there.
We're going to be doing a very special TMOS Extra that will not just be available for bonus show subscriptions. It'll be available for everybody, and it's going to be our cruise on this TMOS Extra. It's not going to be that long, but we are going to be discussing all things cruise, all the details, all the things. And Josh has an amazing video of the cruise ship where we'll take another tour of that like we did when we first let you know we were doing a cruise, and it's very, very exciting. So I want everybody that can muster it to be on this cruise with us. We'd like to make this our biggest event ever. So if you were wondering about, why did they do it so early? Because that's the way they book cruises. Cruises book over a year in advance.
No, they wanted us to schedule it for 2026.
Yeah, so we are very fortunate to get it in on 2025, and the deadline is May 15th. Like to get as many people who plan on coming to get there, secure their cabins by May 15th. So be aware of that. Remember that date, ladies and gentlemen. And the other date is the Derby Party, the weekend of May 3rd, where we're going up to Jimmy's, and we're going to be there at Jimmy's Old Town Tavern, a free meet and greet with our listeners at Jimmy's Old Town Tavern in Washington, D.C. We will see you there, and we're doing the hat contest, the ladies' hat contest for men and women. Those are our promotions. That's what we are celebrating. So it's very, very exciting time to be part of TMOS, and we'll see you there. Happy St. Paddy's Day, a tough day to celebrate. If I remember correctly, being in the Irish bar business, a little difficult Monday. Kind of, you'd probably do it the Saturday before, but it just wasn't the same thing. That is not to say that in Irish pubs all over America, there are alcoholics that are lining up at 5:30 in the morning to drink all day. That will be happening. I don't know about and I don't know about the other festivities if they're going to have on today's date any particular parades or anything like that. But you know,
I haven't seen any, and here's to you with the Diet Coke as well. The slancha, is that what they say?
Slancha.
Okay.
Yes.
I haven't seen any big promotions for Monday here around the area in the DC area.
Well, DC's a crappy town for St. Patrick's Day.
It is.
Well, I shouldn't say that. You got some great, great Irish bars. Don't know if they're still in existence. You have the Dubliner downtown, which is the Foo-Foo one, the Shishi one, and then the one that I loved was the Irish Times. In the day, I mean, back 40 years ago, it seems like, owned by Huey Dolan and Will Kelly, who owned the Irish Times, and I got away with doing a research paper on Irish pubs. Man, I sometimes nailed it when I had projects, when I took on projects to enhance my major, and I did a full-fledged documentary type news story on Irish bars. It was very cool. Really,
I think
really
Irish Times is still open. I think, and we did a live broadcast from there once. They're very
well.
kind
Why don't you
to us.
check and see if the old Dubliner is open or the Irish Times is open, because those were right around the corner from each other. It was almost like the Irish bar section. I know that in, is it Falls Church? They've got or Arlington. They've got Ireland's 4Ps. That might be Alexandria.
No, it's Falls
I'm not
Church.
sure. It's Falls Church.
I think it's
Ireland's
at the
4P.
intersection of 7 and Maple, if I'm not
every
mistaken.
town's got an Irish
Yeah.
pub, but Savannah, I think, is the
Huge.
the big day where they're having it. But I think Chicago and New York.
And
I
Mike,
have no idea. I haven't
do not
researched.
dismiss Leesburg, because in a warehouse type
Leesburg,
facility,
Virginia.
Mike, in a warehouse type facility, we have Spanky Shenanigans Pub.
Spanky Shenanigans,
Which
Is it a pop-up?
No, it's been here as long as I have.
and it's in a warehouse.
Well, it should be. It's like a box store. It's not cozy like a pub or a restaurant should be. It's a rather big, like it could be a bar or a PetSmart. It's big.
Does it have a theme of any kind besides being Irish? Does it, like when you walk through the doors, do you get the wood paneling or anything like that?
No, you mostly just get dark. And I've played bingo there, and I've had a beer there, but that's it.
Okay.
But I mean, it might. You know what? I might be mistaken. It might be Spanky O Shenanigans.
Spanky O Shenanigans.
Let me make sure I get it right.
Spanky O Shenanigans, we're having quite a time. Yes, sirree.
It is voted Loudon's best, but it doesn't say what it's best for.
Loudon County, a planned community. There you go.
We're not planned. We just happened.
I like showing my choppers.
Before the end of the show, can we see you with chroma key? I'd love to see how your face.
I can't
looks
because
like
of my green screen's on the other side of
yeah,
my
but Mike,
my
but we
screen.
don't need the green screen. We've got you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. If you just went and chose like that brick background and said that you have a green screen, your body should turn brick.
Should pretty much disappear. Yeah.
Let me see.
See, this is fun. This is, you know what this could be, Josh?
Fun is the best thing to have, Rob. I agree with you.
This could be a new St. Patrick's Day tradition beginning on the show this very day. And the beauty of it is is that other people can take it and run with it. This is just the first time.
Oh, it didn't do it.
We're-
There we go. Oh, we're back to the gray shirt.
Yeah, and your hat is absolutely transparent, but the face paint isn't exactly right.
Right.
Yeah, and now there's your living room.
Now you're gone.
Well, I think there's enough to go on there, Josh, that this has become a new tradition.
I'm way more creeped out by this. Like,
Yeah, me
blue,
too. This
gray
really
face.
does look like a robber.
Yeah.
Like you've put on face paint to hide in the alleys.
That or a thin layer of blackface.
This is boy, I'm having some fun today. Good video day, everybody. That's a big.
Hey,
Oh,
look
the
at your
stripes look
striped
good.
hat.
The hat is really picking up.
Yeah, it
isn't
looks like corduroy.
That's very so. Let's try with the blue sky. Oh, I have a blue hat, and now I have a red hat. Blue hat, red hat. I'm such an idiot. I swear to God.
Thank you for indulging us with that, though, Mike.
All right,
It's
let
good
me,
stuff.
Let me get out of that. I don't know how. All right, wait a minute.
Spanky's Shenanigans, Loudoun County's best.
Again, their website
Again?
says voted Loudoun's best. ... Again.
Now you
Again.
know
But
how,
it still doesn't say what it's for.
Mike. You know how a lot of times when you go into a strip mall in a bustling suburb like Leesburg, there's the front of the mall, and then there's like a thin strip of road behind it, mostly for deliveries.
Yes.
Okay, in the thin strip behind Spanky's Shenanigans, they have set up an outside bar that's about the size of a piece of plywood. So you can also drink there if you
I
want.
just spilled Diet Coke, and now I have a streak on my chin.
Well, Diet Coke might be the thing that takes it off your skin.
Oh my God, it does.
Oh, no, look at
Oh.
you.
It's like battery acid.
Oh my God. That's like not cool. Man, that shows you the acid that's in it.
Yeah.
And stuff
Well,
like that.
that's what you're going to need to take into the shower today is a nice cold six-pack.
I will.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
if I have to.
Yeah,
I'll
buddy.
do that. That's
Yeah,
buddy.
the bubbles.
So over the weekend, wonderful couple, younger than us and fun and delightful.
Younger
Our
than
friends
Carla,
came-
even?
Probably in that same range.
Okay.
Contemporaries of Carla, not me.
All right.
And we had them over because their sons are friends with Michael, and so and they go to the same school, and just a blast. And it was so much fun that we ended the evening, and you have to really be comfortable with another couple, where Carla comes out. And this is a very young couple, very good-looking couple.
Look out.
And Carla sits down on the table out on the patio and makes an announcement. And she says,
This is
okay.
an open marriage.
If you had heard the lead up, Rob, if you had heard the lead up, I was like, my God, what is she going to say? I have an idea. And I'm like, and we had some
Is
adult
the other
beverages.
couple just looking at each other?
They're looking
Like,
at her.
trying-
I'm looking at her. We're all sitting in our chairs looking at her. And I'm like, what? I have no idea.
The couple is backing into a hedge like Homer Simpson.
Right.
There was a moment of I didn't even mention this to Carla, but there was a moment where I'm like, what the hell is she going to mention? And she's, I have a question to ask.
Nothing more horrifying than when a spouse goes off script.
And I'm sitting there, what the hell? Do you guys, and I'm like, swing. No, I said, do you guys, and Carla looks at me and goes, have you ever played Trouble? And suddenly I'm like, oh my God, this is great. A board game with some adult beverages and the kids in Michael's room playing video games. This is going to be awesome.
Oh, I didn't
And
realize the kids are with you. Then the swinging would really be off the table.
it would probably, unless, you
they're-
have properly secured doors. And
No one
things
would
like
notice
that,
with
you
the
know.
video games.
Yeah, no one would notice with me anyway. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
The pride of the Irish, ladies
Happy
and gentlemen.
St. Patrick's Day. You can't see nothing.
There you go. Do we? Who played the Irish music before? Was that Josh
did.
or Rob?
I
That was
did.
good. I like that. That's
You like
wonderful. Can
that?
we have a little of that?
Yeah.
Because I have to do the dance too.
And his legs aren't bending. He's just like Michael Flatley.
This will be the viral video.
Green glasses.
Anyway, we
What's
ended up
that? You
playing
want an
Trouble.
alternate song?
I'm going out. I'm at the bar at 5:30, ready to get my drinking on. I threw up at 2 p.m. and I feel the crap.
Anyway, so we play Trouble, and then I don't know how it happened, but I think Carla initiated Trouble for Money. And the long and short of it is that we were playing two-person teams, one couple, them against us, and I realized at that moment why Carla has beaten me at Trouble. She is a Trouble savant. And she knows.
Is it a game of skill at all?
It is absolutely a game of skill.
What
There
are the
is
strategies?
absolutely a trap.
She
And
really good at pressing the bubble.
no, it has
Oh, you
nothing
mean the
to do with it.
Pop-O-Matic?
But hold on, Josh. Maybe to a certain degree,
No.
she knows her way around the Pop-O-Matic. There
The
is
Pop-O-Matic ensures random dice play.
yeah, that's like the roulette wheel ensures everybody will eventually win.
Well,
I-
every incident is an independent incident of each other, so you have the same chance every time.
That, by the way, as far as casino games, can you find out if they have a roulette wheel on the cruise ship?
They do.
Because
They do.
roulette,
I believe it's in the video.
Is it really? Because can they?
That's how they
Such
power
an
the
idiot.
boat, Mike.
I'm such
Yes,
an
they put
idiot.
they put the balance in.
Okay.
level
Do they have a roulette
things in
wheel?
there.
Yeah,
On the,
Yeah.
and I think Mike,
I'll
you
be
should
there the whole time. If I'm not performing or eating, I will be at the roulette wheel with
Mike-
$1 bets. Yes.
It's less concerning to me about an unlevel roulette wheel as I am about an unlevel pool table or the unlevel bowling alley. I think they've got leveling pretty much under control on the
Or
boat.
just walk in.
Yeah,
It's a big boat.
it is
Now,
a big boat. It's
I do
actually a
wanna-
ship.
It's a ship.
Now I do want to hear more about Trouble for Money. 'Cause
Trouble
I'm
for
thinking
Money.
Maybe I
Carla-
put 5 things of trouble in my duffel bag for the ship.
Oh, yeah. That might even be have like a trouble competition.
Exactly.
Yeah, but hey, we
Could you
wanna,
get- could
but
you get-
remember what I always say about our live events.
What's that?
Don't give too much.
Josh, would it be possible for you to get 32 separate trouble games and we could do a bracket of 64?
What if we put trouble in the gift bags?
The game Trouble, the board game Trouble.
Yes.
I bet they make a mini trouble, like a travel size trouble.
That is
Yeah.
so funny.
Maybe we can customize it.
You know, your wife's
Our
an
own
accountant.
Pop-O-Matic
Your
bubble.
wife's an accountant. Kelly, I could see Kelly being the supervisor of Trouble, like walking around with a clipboard and Jay, I'm sorry, you're eliminated. You're eliminated 64.
Knocking out the cheaters.
A tournament of 64. Getting back to Trouble, Carla brings up the money, and I realize the strategy. There is a strategy, and it's counterintuitive. It's counterintuitive, and it
May
involves.
I guess?
Sure, absolutely.
If you say it's counterintuitive, I would say her strategy is to move people that don't know trouble. There's the Pop-O-Matic bulb, right? And you come up with a die, and you
Yeah.
have to get 4 or 5 tokens to home base. Is that what it is? 5?
yeah, I think
4?
it's 4.
4. I bet she always moves the one that's closest to home base.
I think maybe you're right, but at the same time, that is not the strategy.
See, that's counterintuitive to me. I could never do that.
You would want to like have them all bunched up.
Yeah, I'd want them
See,
all.
that's a fatal mistake.
Yeah.
That is a fatal mistake.
Someone's
got to
land on you.
separated. Yeah, you want to keep the odds.
Oh, I forgot
down.
about the landing on you.
That's
then you
the
get
whole
sent
thing.
back. That's, you know what that is? That's
Oh, yes.
trouble. That's
the
trouble.
whole. Well, no, that's the whole thing that takes you out of the game when you're playing
Right.
Trouble for Money. We pocketed $70 when they left,
Well, they'll never be back.
and I saw him the next day at Little League practice, and I said,
Was he
"How's
wearing
Carla?"
a barrel?
I said, "Carla's got quite a headache," and he says, "Well, she can afford the Advil." Oh, yeah. So
Did they bring cash? They were like
we
ready
had
for this?
We had cash. Yeah, we
You'd
all
have to
had
w-
cash.
You'd have to warn me to bring cash.
Anytime you come to the O'Mara's house, you should
Bring
know.
cash.
Bring cash. Cash.
Well, I
is
thought you
king.
were. I thought you were accepting Venmo now for all your in-home
You know,
gambling.
you can. As a matter of fact, I believe during the Trouble game, Venmo may have been mentioned.
Of course, it was.
I
No one
think it
carries
was
cash
mentioned
anymore.
that don't worry, you can send a Venmo. And by the way, when I'm cooking a meal for people, I put a jar out. I accept a
Well, he got
a
off cheap.
gratuity. You know.
Yeah. Did you make a casserole?
No, she made her chicken thighs, and her mom came
yum,
over too.
yum.
So I believe that when her mom comes over, even if her mom is in the vicinity,
Yeah.
that Carla will cook the chicken more than she normally would, and the chicken, and but there are
Maybe
two
to
mistakes.
a point of dryness.
Well, there were two. Well, these are chicken thighs.
Yeah, hard to
very
dry 'em out.
difficult to dry them out. But I'm going to tell you, I am probably done purchasing any meat products. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me at Cost Company. I'm tired of it.
Oh, you're wrong.
They were crap. They were absolute crap. The boneless, skinless chicken thighs were not good. And I bought one
How
of
are
those
they not good?
2-packs. They were flimsy, and they were fatty, and they were small.
You're
and they
describing
were
a
in
chicken thigh. It is a small piece of meat.
They are not. It's just because, Rob, just because something is ultra, mega, factory mass produced does not make it good. What makes something good is a small farm with chickens on it, and they are grass-fed or whatever they feed them that's organic. And that to me, I know that the Publix grocery chain down
Right.
here, superior products as far as meat is
Now,
concerned.
wasn't it 2 years ago that Publix was I think it was Publix were accused of using human thighs?
But they were so big.
They were huge. They really
They
were,
were
and not
so
fatty.
big.
Not fatty.
The other fatty thing that we had last night, Carla, we're writing a lot of letters, for our
Yeah.
casino side hustle, and so we're doing that all day long. Ended up last night with like 80 letters going out today.
Awesome.
Very, very fun. And it's just fun. I'm just sitting there. It's like it's mindless work. You're like, yeah, with Dateline on in the back. Probably knocked out 12 Datelines over the weekend.
Wow. Good
Boy,
for
people
you.
you know what I've learned? People are really rotten.
Was it mostly husbands who were guilty?
No.
Oh,
No,
good. Good.
no,
That
no,
speaks
no.
well
Plenty
of
of
us.
ladies. The ladies get involved as well. As a matter of fact,
And
the
I
lady
love
might have been
ladies.
the lady might have been the worst one. Now these are multiple years, so many of
Oh,
you
yeah.
maybe have seen these episodes a long time ago. This lady bumped off a guy's girlfriend, a new girlfriend. She was an ex-girlfriend. She bumped the new girlfriend off and took her cell phone and then pretended for years to be her. She texted the woman's place of employment and quit her job. She texted her family saying she was moving to another state.
That's
She
fantastic.
she abandoned her family, including a son. And not a son. She murdered the woman, and they thought the
Right.
family thought that she had abandoned it. It was riveting. So there's your bad lady right there.
Okay.
And they finally got her.
Good.
Finally got her. She's
Question. I hate to take a backward step,
yeah.
but how did you arrive at $70? Did it start lower?
Hey, can you focus on the moment, ADD? Can you please
No,
focus
I'm curious
on the
with
moment?
this as well. And where's how?
'Cause,
how
I mean,
I
when
don't
you-
know. You'd have to ask Mrs.
Well,
O'Mara. All right. Let me
How when you play Trouble for Money, how does money get transferred?
Yeah.
Is it when
and-
you knock someone out?
Let me call the expert.
And also,
She
it's-
took our
it's weird.
kid out for breakfast this morning.
It's
Oh,
hard to
low
get
battery.
to
That's unusual.
70
All right.
because, I mean, if you like 35, then 1750. So it doesn't really half down very much.
All right, hold on.
Well, it might be that there might be 6 little square cubes
Okay.
players,
But
and maybe
that-
$5 a square.
That's 60, though. 5 times 12 is 60.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. All right. Right. Because it was teams. It was teams.
yeah, yeah.
So
And I'm not sure that was the way to do it either.
Hello.
no.
Hi. The guys can't. You can't hear the guys, but so I'll speak for you. Oh, you can. Okay. Say. Well, then let's test that. Go ahead. Let me let them speak to you.
Carla, you look beautiful today.
Oh, actually, it's on a delay.
I'll
Oh,
let you
she's
wait.
listening to the show,
Yeah,
not through the phone.
I
doesn't
see.
work that way. Hey, Carla.
Yeah.
We pocketed $70 from them on Saturday night, right?
Right.
Rob wants to know and Josh want to know how the money works. How come we got that odd number?
That is an odd number. I think we were drunk, and it started out with $15 each,
Okay.
and then we doubled it, and
Yeah.
it somehow ended up at 70.
Yeah, that's bad math. Doubled 15 each. Doubled would be
Do you
60.
want to? This is why Rob is absolutely nuts to play any type of board game or card game or anything because he obsesses on it. He goes crazy. Because you played a lot of games as a kid, right, with your family?
Some. We gambled mostly. There weren't a lot of board games.
No, I'm talking to Rob. All right, so you don't know how that $70 number?
No, I don't. I think we were drunk.
Are you watching the show on video?
Yeah.
How do you like the face paint?
Oh, it's funny as hell.
Oh,
It looks
thank
good.
you.
I like when you smile.
There you go. Yeah, hey, finally my teeth don't look wooden.
Yeah, but
All
don't let them get stained with the dye.
How was breakfast at FK Your Diet?
Oh, it hit the spot. We had Doug nuts.
Oh, Doug nuts are the best.
Yeah, and bacon.
Oh.
And saw Doug. He was there.
Did he have any green on?
Yeah, he did. His shirt was green.
That's wonderful. Happy St. Pat. Are you wearing green today?
Thank you. I am. Green pants.
Oh, very good. Love you.
Ponce.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye. There you go. She's busy.
And the color doesn't really reflect it, but I'm wearing green as well, although it looks bluish.
Are you wearing dark green?
Yeah,
today?
I am.
Oh, okay. All right,
Yeah.
Chris. And Josh is wearing blue.
Yes.
Yeah,
For the
a bluish
Polish.
green.
Are you doing anything now that you're with the? Are you with the whole fam up in the Outer Banks?
Yeah, we've got the kids up here with us. Well, no, just my family.
Just your
No
family.
extended family.
You going to do anything special for St. Patty's Day today?
I saw that Harris Teeter has like some Cuban sandwiches for sale today, so maybe I'll go grab that.
That's good. Make sure while you're out there, grab a potato.
Yeah, we do. I did
Bake
grab
a
some potatoes
potato.
yesterday. So
Yeah, very good. So anyway, $70, and I maybe later in the show I can talk about another food item that I'm done with in totality, and it's a common one and it's a popular one, and but I don't think I'm ever doing it again. It's gross. Grosses me out. Totally grosses me
Well,
out.
is it as gross as a Costco chicken thigh?
The chicken thighs were not gross as much as they were fat and flimsy. And
I know what they were, Mike. Unrewarding.
They were unrewarding, and then because Carla skews well done, they were nuked. My grill, I have a really good grill.
You do.
I have a Napoleon grill. Have you ever heard
Very,
of that brand?
it's very short, but yeah, it's a good grill.
And the handle goes inside the door.
like the portrait.
Stupid.
Gilbert
Napoleon
Stewart
joke.
joke. You should put something in a jar for that.
That's also the pose that Dirk Vastrick gives for.
Yeah, he does that a lot.
yes,
So what I was going to say was that my grill will superheat at like 300 degrees. Suddenly, it's going to just shoot up and get very hot very
Do you have
quick.
a superheating burner on one side, like
No.
for searing?
No.
Okay.
No, we don't.
So if you just keep it on a regular, like medium low, you can't get it to hover at like 300.
It just I put it up on high and then I just put the food on.
Disc jockey.
But what's that?
That's a disc jockey way to handle it. I'll just put it on high, cook the food.
All right, Alton. I'm doing the
going
best.
for speed.
I'll tell you what I hate. We have to take a break. F you.
Oh no!
Doing the best. I'm wearing green face paint for Christ's
I know,
sake.
it's good.
All right, give me a break. I committed to the show today. We will take a break, and we've got some interesting news. Very weird newscast today.
Oh,
Lots
good.
of odd things happening in the news. Some of them disconcerting, some of them interesting, and some of them will give you a chuckle. We'll be right back. This podcast sponsored by Soul. The team at Soul just launched their new out-of-office nightcap gummies, and they're on my nightstand, by the way. They're similar to their world-famous sleep gummies, but nightcap gummies have 3 milligrams of THC for people who require something a little stronger to go to sleep. THC and melatonin in Soul's nightcap gummies work together to promote deep, restorative sleep. THC helps you go to sleep faster and stay asleep longer. The melatonin signals to your body that it's time to sleep. And Soul's out-of-office nightcap gummies also contain CBN and CBD, so you sleep deeply and wake up without feeling groggy. And, of course, Soul obviously made them absolutely delicious. The blueberry lemonade flavor puts the sweet in sweet dreams. Tastes just like candy. Be like Rob. He subscribes to them. You should see him running to the mailbox every day.
Every day. Are they here?
Plus, if you want to treat yourself, crack open a cold, out-of-office, sparkling THC beverage, delicious and relaxing. So, hit snooze on crappy sleep and prepare for a great night. Go to getsoul.com and use code TMOS for 30% off your order. That's 30% off your order using code TMOS. That's getsoul.com and code TMOS for 30% off, Mr. Man. I've been so busy. I'm so mad at my mother. No, I've been so busy. I just didn't open up my soundboard, and
She
have a
wanted
little
$10 for some food.
food. And I said, "What is this, S?"
I got her moving some barbells for me.
I'm gonna have her work on the transmission of my car. We're doing a Steve Martin bit, in case you didn't know what we were doing there. Where's my whoosh, man?
Do you want an auxiliary whoosh today?
No, I don't. No,
Okay.
I have it. I'm just trying to track it down because I am a responsible broadcaster.
I see.
That's what I'm trying to do here. No, it's not that sound.
No. Thought it might be that.
The hell? Come on, Michael. Do you have a brain? I'm almost to the point where I want to have one of those talks with myself.
No,
But
don't
not
do that.
when I'm,
It
not
ruins
when
your
I'm
mood.
wearing it.
Yeah.
Okay, I finally found it.
Is that it? Oh, there it is. Perfect.
It's St. Patrick's Day. Time to put on my green glasses. And if you're celebrating with a pint, you could do something Irish like Guinness, or you could chicken out and pour yourself something lighter like Michelob Ultra, which is basically spiked water. I do like it occasionally with wings, but Guinness is my flavor. It's really my main beer. That's
Is
what I drink.
Ultra the one or Natural Light the one they die for the cheap green beer?
Natural Light is what we used, and many pubs use for the green beer. That's what the Anheuser-Busch company would put in their kegs.
Yeah.
The Natural Light is what they would have, because people just didn't. If you're ordering a green beer, you're a rube.
Yeah,
In
exactly.
my opinion. A website has put out a map of the most popular beers in every state. And there is a lot of love for the lighter stuff. That doesn't surprise me.
No.
Miller Lite #1 in a whopping 29 states. Or is it Miller? It says Miller is #1 in a whopping 29 states.
It would have to be Miller Lite. It would have to, because no one buys the High Life anymore. My mom drinks Miller Lite. I think that's the way to. It's the new light beer from Miller, Mike.
29. I told you, my buddy. Funniest order, I'd like to try that new Miller Lite. I laugh every single time at that joke. Hi, Z. Z won the invitational, too. Way to go. Great golfer. Anyway, let's see. 29 states, Miller Lite, plus Washington, D.C. It's popular in the Northwest and central U.S. as well. Coors is the #1. I do believe they're going with light beers on this. I think
Gotta be.
Coors Light
Yeah.
is #1 in 8 states, mostly in the Southwest and Appalachian states. That's interesting. Budweiser is #1 in 2 states, New Hampshire and Missouri.
It was also #1 in the Spiewak house for many years.
Budweiser, yeah, you had regular Budweiser. Bud Light is preferred in 2 states, Ohio and North Carolina. Busch beer is the top choice in Illinois and Indiana. Heineken has 2 states, New York and Florida. Would you think Florida would be Heineken? I mean, come on.
I think the Floridians are ordering Heineken thinking they're being very fancy and highfalutin. That's what I think.
You know what? It's kind of weird to me. Blue Moon is the
Great
top
beer.
pick in Colorado.
Great beer.
Corona is the preferred option in Connecticut. These are such wild
That
cards,
is
aren't
wild.
they?
Yeah.
It's wild
I
stuff.
want to
man.
tell you, Connecticut.
And 3 states went with Guinness: Georgia, South Carolina, and New Jersey. And I think I change periodically. I've gone through many incarnations. I was an Amstel Light guy for a long time. I was a
When I met
Michelob
you,
Ultra
yeah.
guy for a good long time, and now it's Guinness.
You know what should
because-
be on that list, Mike, and it's
What's
not, is Harp.
Harp. Yeah. Oh, well, Harp beer is also from the Guinness Brewery. I believe
It's
that's
so
their lager.
good. Yeah, and that's what they do when you make a black and tan. You use
Yep.
you
Hey.
use a.
Hey, do you have to bring that into that?
I'm
really?
sorry, Mike.
Do you have to do
I
that?
know.
That is really.
I've come from a different era.
Okay, here it continues because it's just weird. Gene Hackman, he had an estate worth an estimated $80 million, and his will leaves it all to his wife, Betsy. And it makes no mention of his 3 children from his previous marriage. Betsy's not Betsy's from the previous marriage, right? Yeah.
Yes. So he hasn't updated it.
Since Betsy died before, she's not Betsy Arakawa, is she? No? Is she? This is a poorly written story because I'm trying to get the
You're
first
wondering if
name
it's
of
the
his
widow
wife.
or the previous wife. Yeah.
It's the widow. It's the
It
one
is
that just
the widow.
died.
Okay,
Yes.
so she died. But since Betsy died before Jean died, that potentially renders the will invalid, meaning the kids would be next in line to inherit it. Betsy had a will too. It left everything to Jean with the provision that if he died first, it would go into a trust and then to charity. Well, if I'm not a lawyer, but that would mean that what she left to him, if she had her own money,
Right.
that would go to
Right.
Jean, that he would have to donate. That would have to be donated to charity. But Jean
Jean's
did
would go
not
to his children.
stipulate it should go to his kids.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
I think that we deserve the money. That's
The
all.
show,
Yeah, the show should do that.
we'll divvy it up. I agree.
Yeah.
That's right.
But I mean, it sounds like they're playing like a hot potato with the will. It's like I left it to you, you left it to me. Who gets it?
If somebody bestowed this show $80 million, I would guarantee that we would continue this show for another full week.
I remember. Yes.
There you go. Anyway, it's weird. Just the whole circumstance is
Yeah.
so odd. Here's something else that is just Kanye West.
Oh, he's fun.
He tweeted out a new song on Saturday called Lonely Roads Still Go to Sunshine. It features his daughter, Northwest, and Diddy. The track starts out with a phone conversation between Kanye and Diddy, who's on the phone from prison thanking Kanye for taking care of his kids. So that's who Diddy chose to take care of his kids, Kanye West.
That's a good choice.
There you go.
Well,
Elsewhere
most
in the
people
song-
probably wrote him off.
Yeah.
He probably didn't have many friends.
Elsewhere in the song, North raps, quotes, doing everything I wanted. That's the key to life.
Wow.
When you see me shining, then you see the light. How old is Northwest now? I have no idea.
I would
How old.
think like 4
40.
or 5, not 40.
40.
Relatively young still.
11.
11.
I see. I was close with 4.
By the way, that is the key to life for an 11-year-old, doing everything I want.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's what they love.
Diddy's son, King Combs, is also on it. So how does Kim Kardashian feel about the collab? Well, Kanye tweeted a text conversation between the two of them, and Kim said she trademarked North's name in order to stop the song from being released. And Kanye's response was, quote, amend it or I'm going to war, and neither of us will recover from the public fallout. You're going to have to kill me. There we are.
Well, I feel really emotionally invested in the story myself. So I think that's something. Mike, I have a small clip of the song before it gets pulled. This is
Let's listen.
the new song here.
Happy St. Patrick's Day to you.
No, that's not the song. Don't we have an actual clip of the song? Do we have an actual clip?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. It's just Thank you. All right. There you go. That's kind of the attitude right there. That's a little. You just got a little peek right there.
Well, no. I didn't know. I didn't know if you were going
that's
for
okay.
something. I
That's
didn't know
okay.
what you were shooting for.
Let's move on, shall we?
Yes.
That was just you kind of just left me there. Great news, Doors fans. Jim Morrison is still alive.
That's great news.
He's been hiding out in Syracuse, New York, as a maintenance worker named Frank. At least that's according to a documentary called Before the End, Searching for Jim Morrison. Now, this has been on Apple TV Plus since January, but for some reason it is now just starting to get attention. I don't know how that works. I don't know how something is out there. You know what it is? It's probably the powers that be that are tasked with promoting it just do a terrible job. That's what it is.
Well,
And then
also
suddenly it comes
it's a
out.
crackpot notion. It shouldn't have been like a big deal. But I also wonder, like, if you turn on Netflix and it says these are the 10 most popular movies today, and one of them is like Trolls. It's like, who's renting Trolls?
Yeah.
It's been out for a million years, but it just the stuff goes through cycles, I guess. So.
Well, here's what the movie claims. They claim Morrison faked his death and went into hiding, eventually meeting this guy Frank and assuming his identity. Frank actually speaks in the documentary and even has a scar on his nose where Morrison had a mole. In the movie, the filmmaker shows a picture of Frank to two of Morrison's ex-girlfriends, and they burst into tears at the resemblance. So there's that.
I am a maintenance worker, and I fixed the toilet, and I walked on down the hall.
Yeah. So we'll have to wait and see. But,
I'm going to go out on a limb here. Jim Morrison is dead.
Dead as a doornail.
Yes, yes.
Exhume the body.
With your green face.
Would you like to see a picture of Frank?
Let's see Frank.
Yeah.
Let's see a big picture of Frank.
There's Frank.
Yeah, that's good. It's very dead on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you really can tell a resemblance when a guy's half of his face is covered with white hair like Santa Claus.
You know what Frank looks like? Frank looks like everyone they say is Elvis now.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Please, what a disappointment. Well, now you know it's BS. Don't waste your time with it, ladies and gentlemen. Hit it again. If you could eat this much fast food and know that you'd make it to 70, would you do it? 71-year-old Don Gorski of Wisconsin just hit another milestone. You might know him better by his nickname, the Big Mac Guy. Duh.
Who came up with that? That's clever. He must like Big Macs.
He had his first Big Mac in 1972, and he loved it so much, he ate 2 more. Then he went back the same day, and he ate 6 more. So 9 total if you're adding. Duh!
This is really good.
He's averaged 2 Big Macs a day for 53 years, and he hit 35,000 on Saturday.
That really is something to be proud of.
And he did it at the same McDonald's in Fond du Lac. I love that name, Fond du Lac. Doesn't it sound like a body part? What happened? I ruptured my Fond du Lac when I was on the monkey bars. He bought it. He went to the same place. He did it. At least he ate the 35,000th at the first one where he got his first Big Mac.
He must really hate that they're like $6 a piece now.
Yeah, and then because what would they have been back at 7?
Yeah, they would have been like $1.
Yeah,
I remember when
less than that,
McDonald's.
probably.
I remember when McDonald's was free. You just went in and you'd have to ask nicely, but they'd give you stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but you'd have to trade like pelts.
Yeah, and I did, but they were human pelts.
Yeah,
45 cents is what
45
the Big Mac
cents back
was
in the
back
day.
then.
Wow.
He claims, this guy, Don Gorski, claims that the Big Macs make up at least 90% of his diet. So he walks 6 miles a day to make up for it. He earned a Guinness World Record in 1999 after 15,000 Big Macs, and he takes his record very seriously. He claims he's saved every receipt and every Big Mac container. Also,
Yes, I've saved every receipt and every container, styrofoam and paper.
he keeps them all in a large closet at his home on 1515 Loser Avenue. There you go. Thank you very much. Isn't that great? Hey, going to see the guy. He's got fans. He has fans!
He does have fans.
And I'm wearing green face paint on St. Patrick's Day.
Do you
and
have
I'm
the
calling
receipt?
people stupid.
Do you have a receipt for that green face paint in your closet?
No, I'm going to keep it because you never know when you're going to, do your tribute to Wicked.
I'm not mentioning that again.
Or
Forget
Jane,
it.
Or Jane Gulch. What was the witch's name again?
If I say it, am I going to have to put candy in the jar?
No. The name was fine.
The name was fine, but then
where
you
the
took
name
it a
came
step
from
further.
was the problem.
Yeah, you
Elphaba.
created the name because you knew that Alphaba based on
No,
the guy that...
Elphaba.
What?
Elphaba.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
I don't understand how to play this game because you asked me a question and I answered it and you look so disappointed.
Well, why don't you... all right. You gave a fact earlier.
Yes.
All right?
Right.
So share the fact that Elphaba, not Alphaba, Elphaba...
Elphaba. Like
Elphaba
letter L.
got the name based on... What did you say it was?
The name of the original...
The Mike O'Mara Show. TMOS.
That's how you play the game.
I that's a new rule to the game. We'll see what
That's how you
happens
play the
now.
game.
It's a game, and I owe you $70 now.
It's better in the Bahamas. So get ready, everybody. All aboard. Well, no, that's a train.
That's
all
all right.
aboard. The TMOS Love Boat, our first ever party on the high seas. Join the Mike O'Mara Show crew for an unforgettable weekend aboard the stunning MSC Seaside. We set sail from Miami Beach on Friday, December 5th, kicking off the evening with an exclusive TMOS cocktail party. Saturday, explore Nassau by day, then enjoy a live TMOS show that night. On Sunday, relax on a private island, then battle it out in TMOS Team Jeopardy, or, we haven't decided yet, it may be a trouble tournament.
TROUBLE.
Then Monday, return to Miami with memories for a lifetime. Your voyage includes all your meals, the beverage package, $50 onboard credit, the Wi-Fi package, plus an exclusive TMOS Love Boat gift bag, and of course, access to all the TMOS events. Do not wait. May 15th is your deadline to snag a TMOS stateroom. And remember, a $112 deposit is all you need to put down, folks. Book now at tmoscruise.com and ask about the easy payment plan. Questions? Just post them to our Facebook page. We'll do a TMOS Extra this week to address any of your concerns and share a laugh or two. On the TMOS Extra, we're going to give you a full tour of the MSC Seaside. A beautiful, beautiful cruise ship. You're going to love it. This is huge. Don't miss out. Reserve your cabin today at tmoscruise.com. Mr. Spiewak went to the movies this weekend, and I want to hear all about it because you specifically mentioned that it was something special.
Mike, I have never seen a silent movie on the big screen before. I've seen a lot of old movies, but I've never gone to see a silent movie.
Show of hands, who's disappointed? Show
Only
of hands in the room. Who's
but Mike,
disappointed in a silent movie? Rob went to
no, but wait, it gets really cool, and
I'm hearing
really
a clink in a jar around the corner. Yeah.
Well, I'm just thinking about if you're watching a silent movie, then all you're hearing is people eat popcorn.
No.
And
it's
people
not
make
silent
noises.
because listen to what they did. This is a guy, I think he's based in Austin, Texas, and what he's doing is he's taking these old silent movies. In this case, it was one that I'd seen before, but not on the big screen, Sherlock Jr. with Buster Keaton, but he's rescored the background with pop records, music from REM. And so the whole time that we're watching the silent movie, which is very entertaining, we're hearing music from REM. And he's done it with other bands too, Mike. He did the Pixies. He's coming up with They Might Be Giants. Think how cool it is to see a silent movie with a modern soundtrack. And also they did some neat effects with color on the black and white. It was very cool.
This was in the movie theater?
Yeah, it was.
It
was
sounds
an
like a
11:30
YouTube
matinee.
video.
No.
How many people were in the theater?
If I had to guess, let's see, 10. 10.
Are you doing that for a laugh, or is that true?
No, there was probably like 40 people there, but it was 3 of them were me and my wife and our friend Haiti. So that's a major percentage. But it's called Silence Synced. And it was a very cool. Now, I didn't like they did one short subject with Buster where they put in like industrial house music, and it wasn't as appealing. But
I'd rather have my chest waxed.
How
the
many
REM is
gummies?
great.
How many gummies going into
none
this?
Gummies, none. You see, it was a magical thing.
Does your wife like that stuff?
Here's the thing: she loves REM. That's like her second favorite band of all time. It's
She liked the movie.
Yeah, she enjoyed the experience with the music and everything.
Do you laugh out loud when you're in the movie?
Sometimes. There's a couple good gags in it. They are very funny. Yeah.
Like when the house falls on top of him.
That's
and
not
he
Sherlock
goes
Jr.
through
But
the door.
yeah, but that's funny when
But
it
that's
happens.
Buster Keaton, right?
Yeah, but it's also, you know what? That's
Big
more
sad eyes.
That's more the stone face, Mike. He's a stone face. But it's more thrilling
Yeah,
than it is funny.
Stone face is sad.
Well, yeah,
right?
it's sort of without reaction.
Josh, bring up a picture of Buster Keaton, and I will show you the stone face, which Rob references, and you tell me if he doesn't look sad.
I think that he looks almost unemotional, like there's no reaction. That would be my take on it, but
Maybe we can get a picture of Buster Keaton up on the screen.
I don't know that he's made it to the internet yet because he's over 100 years ago.
Here he is. He
Yeah.
looks very
that looks
sad.
sad.
Or
Well,
dead.
well, and he's neither dead nor sad, but I can
Oh,
see
I'm
that
sure
being
he's
sad.
dead.
Yeah. Well, he is dead. Yeah. His last movie was "It's a Mad
Was that
World."
Was that from the movie?
Could
that
be.
you saw?
It could very well be. It was right in the era, 1923 or so.
No. Was
Great-
that from that picture? That's still from the movie you saw.
That's what I'm saying. It could be.
Oh yeah, it could be. Okay.
Yeah, because it's not obviously
And
not
every
from the
picture
movie.
of him is wearing that hat.
Yeah, he loves the hat. The hat is awesome.
Okay.
But anyway, it's called Silent Synced, and I know, Mike, you probably won't enjoy it, but I think it would be great.
Do
if
my
you-
eyes look green? I'm wearing green contacts.
It's hard to tell with
Well,
all
Mike-
the other green.
You
No, I was
you
just
have
looking
green
at-
eyes anyway, don't you?
No, bluish.
Really?
Bluish.
Funny, they don't look bluish.
All right,
But-
go ahead. I'm sorry.
But anyway, it's just
How
the
long?
very-
How long were you in there?
It's not a long movie. It's like 64 minutes, I think, because it's a silent. They didn't make them that long.
Oh,
yet.
that's an hour.
Yeah, it was very, very good. And if you see this come to an independent or a small theater near you, Silent Sync, go
Line up.
see it.
Get them early.
Yeah, that will sell out.
Hey,
It
did
will.
you? What did you eat in the
I had a ginger ale.
You didn't have any food?
No, because it's stupid Alamo, and I hate their food service because you go in at 11
I
o'clock
haven't
in the
heard
morning.
this. Have you talked about this before?
I
Ooh.
don't like going into Alamo in the morning, like for a matinee, which is when they tend to show the older movies, and you're smelling like fried onions and steak and fajitas. I think the food is too heavy there. If you get popcorn or candy, that's great. I'm not about eating a meal at a movie theater. I don't think that's right.
That's their whole thing, isn't it? They
Well,
bring
no,
out waiter service
that
they
and
have
the
dinner.
silence. Yeah, they have silence too. They really, really sweat the details on making
Probably
sure it's
good for this film. Well, no, they have music. They had a music track.
I was screaming the
That's
whole time.
me in the corner.
They didn't use that.
Was
They
that
did.
what were
They
playing?
did stand in the place where you live. You would know that, and but it
I
was mostly
would-
obscure REM stuff. Mike, you see,
What?
you
No.
should-
I mean, I know it's your thing. I'm
you
sorry.
should go.
Just-
You should open yourself to see something like this.
Well,
It's
you have a closed mind, and I have a closed mind on certain things.
That's
I mean, you know,
true.
there's things. There are things you don't want to do.
but
you know?
it's nice.
Like, for example, you wouldn't want to go to the spring training game that I took my kid to on Saturday,
that's true.
which was just an absolute spur of the moment. $23, Josh, for these tickets. You know, and but with of course the ass
Right.
fee that they charge, which to me is absolutely. I would love to see it regulated at some point.
They have to
That-
charge the fee, Mike, because that's what they pay ASCAP to play the REM music all through the baseball game.
I will tell you, it was an absolute blast to go with my son.
How was your weather? Was it a perfect day?
It was flawless. It was sparkling. It was great. And then, you know, about the fifth inning, he said, "Dad, can we go back home? I want to watch Buster Keaton."
You see,
I don't
that's a
wanna-
lie. I don't believe that.
I haven't heard REM all day. Let me go.
So I mean, no, it's just it is really, and I'm not just busting your chops here. I'm
Mm-hmm.
really trying to imagine how I would feel if I had to sit there and deal with that.
But,
I'm
I
not
mean-
sure. I might like the visual. I might like the visual if it was like enhanced and
It
a
looked
great
it
print
looked like a
and all
brand
that.
new black and white print. It was a gorgeous print. And also, I'm real big about enjoying software with hardware. Those movies were designed to be seen on the big screen. And when you get a chance to see them, it's a different way of looking at it. And when the music is not just sort of some ponderous organ or piano music in the background, it gives it more energy. And the songs tend to match the tempo of the
What
of
was the
action.
movie about?
Sherlock Jr. is a projectionist in a movie theater that wants to be a detective, and he's accused of stealing a watch, but he falls asleep at work and literally walks into a detective movie and solves that crime in a dream sequence. Pretty advanced plot telling for that type of era, but like The Purple Rose of Cairo, if you remember that Woody Allen movie where the guys walk off the movie screen and into real life. In
Okay.
this one, he walks into a movie. It's pretty cool. It's a
And
very
they
thoughtful
actually do
film.
the special effect where he walks into
Yeah,
a movie.
yeah, it's really neat.
I Googled it, and the first article is on the AARP, writing a review about it. I see they also have Nosferatu with Radiohead music.
Oh yeah, I heard about
I would
that,
be
yeah.
more inclined to enjoy that one.
You see, then you should go see it if you
Would you
can.
like that? Would you want to go see that one before the Buster
Absolutely.
Keaton?
Maybe
Well,
we can show 'em on
Nosferatu
the
I've never
ship.
seen. Yeah, I
Is
don't
that the
think
one where he's got the big long fingers?
Yeah, yeah,
really
yeah. The
scary-
1922 Max von
really
Schreck.
freaked people out. That were
Yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah.
theaters. All right.
So I would love to see that, but that was not offered.
oh, look what happens when I blow my cheeks out. Tim. Anyway, that's
So
it.
Mike,
Oh,
go see that movie. You'll love it.
Nope. We're
That's
going to take a
you
break.
can find it on YouTube.
Thank you for sharing that. Hey, he's a man of many, many interesting likes and dislikes. We will take a break and come back with more fun and thrills. I will reveal the food product that either I'm doing something wrong with or just sucks in general.
Finally, Mike. Finally, we get to know what it is.
We'll be right back. Yes, you've waited all show.
We have.
This program is sponsored by Liquid IV. Treat yourself by gifting yourself the everyday indulgence of extraordinary hydration from Liquid IV. Powered by Live Hydroscience. That is a registered trademark.
Yeah, don't screw
You
with
see
it.
me drinking it daily. I don't like to do the show without Liquid IV. Flavors to beat. I'm doing the show without Liquid IV today, and you see me do that once every 2 months.
Yeah.
Flavors to beat the band. Grape and lemon lime, pina colada, sugar-free raspberry lemonade, white peach, rainbow sherbet. White peach is the best. Unlike sports drinks, Liquid IV delivers 3 times the electrolytes, 8 essential vitamins, always non-GMO, vegan, and allergen-free. I've been telling you these facts for years. Listen up, you jerk stores. Please try some Liquid IV. It's your next step towards becoming more like me, Mike O'Mara. And why not?
When I wrote the copy, I had no idea you'd look so festive.
Feels good, no?
Yeah, no?
Tear, pour, live more Liquid IV. Treat yourself to extraordinary hydration from Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com. And use code TMOS at checkout. That's 20% off your first order. Ernie Anderson, code TMOS at liquidiv.com. Thursday on the Love Boat. Yeah. All right. The ribeye steak. No waiting. No waiting. The ribeye steak, ladies and gentlemen. I hear there's a clip. I think it might be Matthew McConaughey that's on Rogan, but he might be on another podcast. I'm not sure. There are millions of them out there. And he's talking about ribeyes. The ribeye steak.
Yes.
Carla heads out to the grocery store yesterday after. She said, do you feel like maybe some steak? I said, that'd be fantastic. We haven't eaten all day. Let's get a couple of steaks. Carla, I don't want to throw her completely under the bus, but she tends to not select steaks that I love.
Is she not a meat enthusiast?
She is a meat enthusiast, but absolutely. She selects steaks that are going to fill Carla up, all right? But I am a dude.
Oh,
I'm
you
a
want
man.
something more substantial, yeah.
I like a steak, okay? That's what I like. I like a steak like that. That's what
Would
I
you
like.
like to see McConaughey's thoughts on the
Yeah,
ribeye?
he is really specific. This is Matthew McConaughey.
Steak.
Talking
What
about
cut do
steak.
you eat?
Ribeye's
Oh, it's
steak.
a brick.
Ribeye's a steak.
Admit it or not, if we're not talking about, I want to eat lean.
And how
I
do you-
know I have my elk. I
How
do
do
fillets.
you have it cooked?
Well, there are different ways. So I go 1 5/8 inch, which means it's a big, thick piece of meat, which means I either go on the grill. If I can get that green egg to sit there and hold at 455 and close that thing and trust it, beautiful. Other times where we're just inside and I don't have time for that, I'm a big 16-inch black skillet, oil, butter, and sear that and flip some oil and butter on top of that thing, because I just learned that butter doesn't brown if you put it in early with the oil. And then, obviously, that old trick everyone forgets, let that son of a bitch sit for as long as you cooked it.
Yeah.
Because it's got to settle.
Yeah.
And all
the
those tendons
juices
have to
kind
just
of
kinda
go
relax.
absorb it back in.
And also, you don't know this one, this may be obvious, but it's the cook it at room temperature. You can't pull it out of the fridge.
No, you got to let it.
You got to let it sit, get back
All
to
right,
room
so
temperature.
anyway, he goes on and on about
These
that.
valid
So-
points all.
Yeah, very, very good points. I didn't know he was that much of a foodie. That's pretty cool. I love Matthew McConaughey, by the way. I like his personality.
What's
He's a
not to
slicky
like?
boy actor,
Yeah.
but just a good guy. He's fun to watch. Be good to hang out with. But the ribeye, it just doesn't do it for me. I don't care for it. It's
I
gross.
absolutely dislike it. It's too fatty. It's too fatty.
Way too fatty. And
you
how
run
can
into
two
if
fat
you,
guys like you and me feel the same way. But people, do you not agree? People love it, especially
yeah, because
on the grill?
it's hard to screw up steak wise because it's going to be juicy because it's so fatty. But what I can't stand is if you cook it enough to give you a perfect medium rare center,
Right.
You've not rendered all that fat, and you're going to run into throughout the eating is what we used to call in my house back off pieces. There's going to be pieces of hard fat in there that you can't chew
That are
or
nasty.
swallow. Yeah, you got to stay away from
and
it.
it's not always hard fat. It's sometimes it's just that gelatinous, gross fat, and you put a steak knife into a piece of meat and you slice it. It looks like a perfectly good, chewy piece of meat, and then it's like fat.
Yeah.
To the point where it makes me want to gag sometimes.
That's why
Hate
my
ribeyes.
my go-to is the strip. It's got enough fat in it,
Right.
but it's a nice, clean eating
We
steak.
share that. We
Yeah.
absolutely share that. And I don't know. Where do you weigh in on your steaks, Mr. Soroka?
I don't think I've ever made steak myself. So if I get steak, I think I'm ordering it at a restaurant.
Now, why are you laughing, Rob? Why are you laughing? What's that chuckle? You just
Thought of something funny. Thought of a Buster Keaton gag. That's all.
But the thing,
I'm laughing because Josh is an older fella. He's got some years behind him, and he probably in those years should have encountered a steak that needed cooking.
Yeah,
you've never grilled or fried a steak
Broiled?
in your life?
I don't think so. No.
Sous vide, air fry.
No.
Do you cook at all?
Occasionally, I'll do a grill, but I haven't had a grill in 5 years.
What's your specialty when you cook?
Excellent question.
Thank you.
Oh, easy stuff. Nothing fancy.
Such as
Like a steak.
I made spaghetti recently.
Meat sauce?
Simple.
what kind?
I
Can
also-
you describe how you made your spaghetti, please, before we move on?
Sure. I put the noodles in the water with some salt and oil.
Did the water
And,
boil first, or did you just bring everything to a boil at the same time?
I threw it all in the air fryer.
The noodles
Wait,
in the
no.
no.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm
You
just
got
kidding.
me. You got me.
Me
He's
too.
so deadpan, he
It
can
froze
get
both
you.
of you.
Yes, you got us with that because we were,
Yeah.
realizing
No,
a guy
I'm-
hasn't cooked a steak. Anything's possible.
I'm making meals for 11-year-olds.
Okay,
I
all right.
fed my kids exclusively steak growing up, and look at them now.
We have to get to the next part. So you put the noodles with some salt and
Yeah,
oil
and then-
in the boiling water. You boil the noodles. Then
Then another pot, boil the sauce.
how do you make the sauce?
I take it out of a jar and dump it into the thing.
That's
There's
what
nothing
I
fancy about this meal.
Let me
That's
guess.
what
Is
I
it
wanted.
Prego?
No, it is not.
Ragu.
No, I don't. It's a Costco brand.
Oh, okay.
It's not Kirkland, but it's one of the ones they always have on the end cap there.
Oh
Is
yeah,
it the,
I've
it's the
seen
white
those.
linen. The white linen pasta sauce.
Actually, the jar is as big as an oil drum, which is really really cool.
It comes with a keg tap on it. Bloop, bloop,
that.
bloop,
That's
bloop.
fantastic. All right, well,
Do you
anyway,
brown any
River.
ground beef to put in the sauce?
No, because Kelly is vegan,
Oh,
so that might have
wow.
something to do with the steak as well.
okay, all right. That's and what's the best vegan meal she makes? That's a good question.
I don't eat it because I always add chicken or something to the rest of the meal.
You do. All right.
Yeah,
Is
I
there
don't.
is there a particular vegan dish that your kids like a lot?
No,
Are you really a father? No. All right. Let's say
no.
I'm just
Generally, she's making her own meal.
The
Or
vegan
hers
meal.
is slightly different.
The vegan meal the kids prefer, Mike, is Easter peeps.
Easter peeps, pure sugar.
That's it. You can have those. Yeah.
Absolutely delicious. So getting back to the ribeye steak.
Yeah, I hate it.
I can't believe we share that. I really thought you might be in the different camp, but don't you know a lot of people that prefer?
Yeah.
Carla says she prefers the ribeye. I can't believe she does.
I think it calls to the fact that maybe people that are less skillful in their cooking of the steak, there's more of a room for error on the ribeye because it is so fat laden.
And, I will say though, because I don't eat it very often, a really nice filet mignon is
Julia's favorite,
is
yeah.
pretty special. Really, in fact, when
That's
you go
what
out
I
to
order.
a restaurant, what's that?
That's what I order when I go to restaurants.
You like that kind of meat?
Yes.
Not a New York strip guy.
No, I order the filet.
That's great. Okay. Well, you know what? When we go on the cruise, we're going to find out everything everybody likes. We're going to look at each other's plates.
Mike, at the cruise, I'm only going to eat side dishes.
I might hold you to that. What do you have, Rob? I've got coleslaw, mac and cheese, and
a French fry.
a French fry. There we go.
We're going to take photos of everyone's meals at the cafeteria.
Very exciting.
To track.
At the cafeteria. I hope they have more than a cafeteria,
Oh.
Josh.
Well,
I
whatever.
really do. I hope it's
but
not
at
the
lunchtime-
lunchroom in third grade. while
Dining
we're on
room.
cruise
The
ship.
dining
But
room.
for like the lunch room, they've got like you just go up and get it's all like
Yeah, it's a
buffet
buffet.
style.
You've
So
been on a cruise.
It's not a cafeteria or no?
It's a buffet the cafeteria.
I think they prefer continental lunch. is
I
what the
remember
phrase-
back in the day when I was a baby DJ and I
Yes.
was at WYRE in Annapolis, Maryland, and we did a promotion with a place called, have you ever heard of it? Morrison's Cafeteria.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was
He's still alive, you know.
it was cafeteria. Get the candy out.
Why?
Get the candy. How the hell do you know that?
No,
Mor-
it's a Jim. It's a Jim
It's a
Morrison.
Jim Morrison
throwback.
throwback.
You know what? You can take a candy out since I
Yes!
didn't get it. I'm not
That's
putting
nice.
anything in the jar. That's right. And when he, by the way, have we determined what we do when he fills the jar?
He
Oh,
mails
and
you
I
the
actually,
candy
I
or
give you,
something.
I send you the candy, but I improved it. We were talking about a magic marker line, and I didn't like that, so I put a rubber band on it.
Very nice.
So that'll,
Very
I
nice.
think that's more visible, isn't
If
it?
you hadn't taken a candy out just before that, I would have allowed you to take another one out.
Oh,
after
and
that.
Morrison's closed in 2018
Okay.
because health inspectors forced them to.
Really?
The WYRE health inspecors, Mike.
Oh my God! Wow, man, it was right across from Baldwin Service Center. We have to take a break, and we will return. Do you have some beautiful audio, with
Mike,
us?
it's beautiful, and I'm so sorry to know that Morrison's is gone.
That's a shame. It was
It
so
is.
delicious.
It was. I really
yeah.
liked the chowders.
I like their corn. I didn't realize it was just chock-a-block with bacteria. Had no idea. Hey, everybody, gray hair is okay if you're baby Billy Freeman,
Yes.
Santa Claus, or perhaps Patricia Heaton. Does she have gray hair now?
She's let it go all gray. She is a sexy grandma now.
Or
But
Jim Morrison.
if you like the
That's
Jim
true.
Morrison
Thank you,
again.
gosh.
If you like the hair color God gave you, just keep it simple with Simpler. Simpler. Simpler hair color has a full variety of shades to match any guy's hair and beard. I got the light brown shade, and I can't wait to use it. With Simpler hair color, there's no need to buy a separate hair, beard, and touch-up product in a single can. It's got you covered for all of them. Plus, one can of Simpler hair color provides as many uses as up to 4 boxes of drugstore hair dye. Simpler hair color was started by 2 guys who endured the mess of home dye kits and the harsh ingredients of salons for years. So they developed their own hair dye formula for men. The choice is simple. Simpler hair color offers gentler ingredients, a cleaner application, and unlike other companies, there's no waste. That's why their mission is to become the #1 men's hair and beard dyeing brand. Plus, people will stop calling you Kenny Rogers.
Hey, Kenny Rogers.
Kenny Rogers. Simpler hair color offers free shipping and free returns, so you can try Simpler hair color risk-free. Say goodbye to grays the easy way with Simpler hair color. Head to simplerhaircolor.com/TMOS and use the code TMOS for 10% off your order. Once again, that's simplerhaircolor.com/TMOS, 10% off, and make sure you use that promo code TMOS so they know that we sent you, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, I like that. Some beautiful video.
Oh, Mike, top of the hour stager as we get ready to play beautiful video on the Mike O'Mara Show.
WAVA.
That's called playing it to the limit.
The Mike O'Mara Show. TMOS.
So in America, we've got this president, and his name is Donald Trump, and he's outspoken, Mike. What do they say? If it's on his mind, it's out his mouth.
Yes.
And some people find it distressing. Some people find it unassuming.
I don't.
I like the fact that someone took actual transcripts of him talking and dubbed in a third grader having a tantrum as opposed to him having a tantrum.
All right,
so
explain this again. How did this
This
work?
is
What
a
did they
third
do?
grader voice dubbed in with the actual tantrum that our president is having. So you're going to see our president, but you're going to hear the tantrum from a third grader's lips.
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now? But they're okay. What if they broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me. But let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat scam. and he had to go through that. And he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war. And he went through it. He was accused of all that stuff. He had nothing to do with it. It came out of Hunter Biden's bathroom. It came out of Hunter Biden's bedroom. It was disgusting.
Oh, my God. Oh,
It sort of takes
like
some of the
that.
sting out of it, doesn't it?
Oh,
I think.
it does. It
I
does.
like
It
it.
softens it a little bit. My God, that's funny.
Mike,
I like that.
you know what I think is missing from local television, and you just don't see it much anymore, is when the morning show has a guest and they make the guest do the weather. I always liked this because you see.
I've done it.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. Yeah, I've done the weather on TV. Yeah.
So
I think you should do it in that outfit.
With the green screen.
Yeah, with the green
Yes,
screen.
right. It'll just be the whole thing's green, so you wouldn't
Just your
even
hands.
see me.
Your hands would be
just
around.
Here's
Yeah.
the low pressure system.
40% chance of floating hat.
Yeah.
This is a guy I probably
No,
wouldn't
the hat's
think of.
green too, so there wouldn't even be a
Oh,
hat.
you're right.
Yeah, there'd be a gold clover.
A floating clover and gold fingertips.
Yep, absolutely. That's all.
I'm not sure if I was a producer, I'd encourage this one. Los Angeles weather with Gene Simmons.
Gene's going
my.
to join me here for the weather. Gene has a little bit of weather experience. So, Gene, you show us everything you've got when it comes to doing the weather here.
Oh,
And,
baby,
let's see
baby,
what we
that's
got.
quite a lot.
Okay.
You look much better in real life than you do on TV.
Oh, you look great in both.
I know that.
Okay.
That's the best compliment you
Yeah.
can get, though.
So, Gene, you're standing right in front of L.A.
Right.
There's probably some rain. Kind of a rain. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. What do you think?
I think
analysis.
the analysis, which is a big word like gymnasium. See, if you look there, that's Las Vegas. Don't pay attention there because we're over here.
He is such a slime ball. I feel dirty after playing that tape somehow.
The
I don't-
forces of gravity, Gene Simmons.
We actually, Mike, we have a picture of Gene Simmons as a youth. So
He looks sad, Rob.
he does look sad.
He really, really looks sad.
Josh, thanks for leaving that in there. Oh, Mike, I hate me some birds. I hate birds. Remember?
Excuse me?
I hate birds. Remember there used to be those big parrots that live near your house in Manassas, and they'd be out there?
Parrots?
I don't trust parrots because they live to be like 82 years old. I don't trust them because they talk.
You never had parrots?
Yeah, there was one of your neighbors had parrots.
Oh, you mean in a cage?
Well, sometimes they were out and sometimes they were in a cage. They were
When?
trained.
Where else would they be?
Wait a minute. What are you talking about? Are you? That was during your heavy drinking.
No,
days.
no, Mike. When I'd pull in, I would turn left at the house with the bicycle fence, and the house that was, if you were like coming out of your garage and you came up that little hill.
Yeah, yeah.
And that there was
the
next
stairs.
house- yeah, on the left.
And then there's the sun porch to the right.
No, I'm talking to the other side. You come out the garage at the bottom and you go up, and then down the street, one house, there was parrots lived in that house. Several of them. I saw at least two.
Did any people? Or was it just a
Never
parrot
saw any
house?
people.
It's my
Never saw
neighbor
any-
Richard.
Yeah, I think he has birds.
Really?
Yes. What?
She might be working. I'm
All
sorry.
right.
This is
well, while you do this, let me go on with this.
All right, go ahead.
Birds cannot be trusted. There's a reason they're called bird brains because they're not great. But crows are maybe the worst because crows are dirty and crows will make friends with humans and bring them presents, or they will do things against them. Crows have a memory. We're calling now.
Hey, did Richard keep birds? Did Richard and Nancy have birds?
No, I don't think so. Why?
Did any of our neighbors have parrots?
I promise you they did. I promise you.
Rob says that there were neighbors that had parrots. I think he's smoking crack.
He's losing it.
Thank you. Goodbye. There we go. There it is.
As always, nice to have someone on my side.
Well, they're all gone. Anyone that can also speak to you is gone.
But Mike, these parrots,
All right,
they're
these crows?
These crows, not parrots.
I'm with you on crows. I do not like crows.
And do you know that they will bring you like shiny things and pieces of string if they like you? Which
Really?
means they're thinking about people they like and people they don't like. So I don't like crows, but there's problems, Mike, in a Los Angeles neighborhood.
Dozens of crows have been shot to death in a Westchester neighborhood, and residents say they are terrified someone else could be hurt. The crows are being killed with an airsoft or pellet gun, and residents say the shootings have recently escalated, and they're terrified.
Mary Beth McDade is live in Westchester, where she spoke with
Perfectly
neighbors who
square
say
head.
they are living in fear. MB.
MB.
Somebody is shooting at this tree behind us at the crows, often killing them.
There's a deadly mystery going on in Westchester. Who keeps killing the crows in a big tree on Chase Avenue?
It comes in waves. Sometimes it's several at a time. Sometimes it's one or two. And it happens not on a regular schedule. It just...
I blame Brenna Lenoir. I think she's the one who's killing the crows.
Is that that lady?
That lady,
That lady.
because the trees in her yard, don't you? Nothing's as horrifying as the birds we used to see in Rockville.
Hey, look at that. Hey, honey, there's a crow outside.
It's probably her 11-year-old son.
I got no problem with killing crows. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but you've never done it.
No, Mike. I live to love.
But I think that I might be with you with, like, if you could get away with it. You know what I mean? If you could get away with it. Like, man, look at all the crows. It must be crow season.
It's not as heartless as killing, say, a bunny. You know, it's sort of a scary thing that you're killing there.
Yeah. I mean, bunnies, that's why, Fatal Attraction. That's why that got that incredible scene, boiling the rabbit.
Yeah.
Rabbit.
Rabbit. And Mike, let's close with this.
Yes.
I don't normally think Colbert is really, really funny, but there are times when he's really, really, really
Is this
funny.
the Gary Oldman clip?
Yes. It kills me.
Look, we love fart jokes. We always have. And this, to me, shows how down to earth, first of all, Gary Oldman, who you think this respected British
Maybe
actor.
one of the greatest walking actors today.
A good fart joke is funny. They're just funny. I agree with you. Play the Colbert. This is a great clip. It's funny.
This is fun.
Any of your previous characters, any of those performances could have been improved by passing gas, because I have here an example. We took some of our favorite performances of yours and added that undefinable Jackson Lamb quality. Here we go.
And I bid you welcome, Mr. Harcourt, to my house.
I want you to listen to me very carefully, Harry.
That's brilliant. That's fantastic.
Get off my plane.
Any regrets of holding out this long?
He's literally teared up with laughter.
That's great.
Before adding that je ne
medicine
sais
right
quoi to certain characters?
That is just beautiful.
Oh, God. Yes, very good.
Could have been. Could have helped a few.
Could have been.
Could have helped a few.
Could have been.
Okay.
I like what he
Beautiful
says.
stuff.
Very good.
That's
Could have
just
been.
joy. That's a moment of joy. Hey, that's fitting in for your St. Patrick's Day show. I hope you have a wonderful day. Get some corned beef and cabbage. Go out and get yourself a green beer or a Guinness. Enjoy it. And happy St. Patrick's Day, the day that everybody is Irish. I'm Michael Sean Patrick O'Mara, and I think I know what I'm talking about, because not only am I Irish 56%, but I'm also wearing green face paint. And I hope to God that I take this Diet Coke into the shower in 20 minutes and I'm able to
Try
wash
soap
this crap
first.
off.
Try
I
soap
will try
first.
soap first, yeah. But I will have a Diet Coke in the shower with me.
Yeah, you know who, as you usually do, who's very happy about today is Josh Ostroka.
Yeah. For Robbo Spiewak and Joshua Soroka, this is Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Aaron Gobra, right? That's what you say. This is what I want.
Show entertainment.
Cottonelle bath tissue.
That will never happen again, and I'm sorry.
Oh, you should see what it looks like from out here.